The Kailah Lee Show is all about helping badass bridal and beauty bosses from startup to seven figures. It's an inspiring podcast where you can expect potent and powerful conversations with myself, with global industry leaders, and with badass bridal and beauty bosses who themselves went from 30K years to multi-six figures and beyond. This podcast is all about having those hard to have business conversations to show you that you are not alone in these challenges that you're coming across, to show you that there is so much more growth on the other side of these challenges, to show you that on the other side of these lessons is actually a six-figure year. On the other side of these lessons is a multi-six-figure year, or seven figures and beyond. These conversations are designed to inspire you, to create wild momentum and growth in your business. I'll be sharing with you the challenges that I've had to overcome. I'll be vulnerable and sharing what it actually took for me to create the growth that I have in my business today. I'll be sharing with you the lessons that I've had to overcome in every stage of business. And I'll be sharing with you the strategies that have led me to be on track for hitting seven figures in business this year. I am beyond excited for this conversation because it's going to blow your mind. I wanted to share vulnerably what I am currently navigating in my business right now, or businesses right now, as we reach our first seven figures in early 2024. If you are new to my world, then you will not know that in March 2023, this year, my entire confidence and trust in myself was completely diminished from an awful investment experience. I find it interesting that I am a very calculated, highly strategic, intentional, and purposeful woman in business when it comes to investing. I find it interesting that one of my biggest fears was failure, and yet this one experience has created a ginormous level of growth. I find it interesting that even sharing this conversation with you right now has come from an element of that growth. Never would I have ever thought that failure is my biggest asset in business. And that is what I am navigating right now. Up until 10 years ago, the first 10 years of business, I was so scared of failing that I actually kept myself small and I did everything in my possible reality to stop myself from failing. I thought that I was bulletproof and I was so strategic. And then March came around and I made an awful business decision, which resulted in me losing money from an investment with somebody who I trusted. This quite literally crumbled my world, and it actually started to affect how I was showing up in my sales and marketing for both businesses. It actually started to affect how I was showing up for my vision for both of my businesses. And like true Kailah form, instead of leaning on everybody and asking for support and sharing vulnerably around like what I was navigating, I put on a brave face and I continued to soldier on. I'm highly independent. In fact, it is one of the biggest challenges that I have in my relationships, even my marriage, is that I do not depend on anyone. I am who I depend on. So another thing that I am navigating is learning to be vulnerable, learning to lean on other women in my team, learning to lean on the incredible people that I have in my life to support me, learning to lean on my husband for support. That is another thing that I'm navigating in business right now. And this all came from my lesson from my failure in March. So I find it really interesting that my business, I have never had so much clarity in my entire business career than I have right now. And it has come from the lessons that I have learned and the transformations that I have experienced from this mistake or failure that I experienced in March. What I'm navigating in business right now is so vastly different to what I ever thought I'd be navigating in January 2023. I am on a complete different pathway. Right now, I am navigating a rebrand that will be launching in July 2024 for my Elegant Edge brand. Right now, I am navigating the strategy for growing our team, the strategy for collaboration for the launch, the strategy for the systems that we will need in the business to support the size of the business. What I am navigating in that rebrand is that 2024 will be focused on the systems for HR, for sales and marketing, for client delivery and client experience, client support, for team management and leadership, and for financial management of our business. I'm managing all of those systems. That is what our core focus will be for Elegant Edge when it rebrands in July. Now, what we are creating behind the scenes is something that has never been seen before in the industry. Ever. This has been something that I didn't even know that I wanted to create. And if you wanted to listen to how I deep dive into this, how this all came up, head to the training that I have, the episode that I have, where I share my 12-month journey to self-trust, where I say goodbye to playing it small. I dive really deep on that. But how I am navigating this is that instead of having a moment of panic and thinking, how the fuck can I do everything all at once? I'm building out the systems with my highly strategic mind. I'm doing what I do for everybody else, but for my own business. I'm so fucking excited. What we're going to be creating, what we're currently creating, is going to change the industry completely. It is going to change and break through the fucking competition and build connection and collaboration. I like to do business differently. If everyone in the world is going in this direction, you can absolutely guarantee that I'll be going in that direction. I do not like to do things the same as everyone else. I like being different. I like creating different experiences. And it took me a very long time to realize that this is actually my superpower in business. Changing how things have been done historically to grow and evolve businesses, teams, strategies, innovate the industry, break through the shit that has held everybody back. That's what I'm navigating in my Elegant Edge business. In my mentoring business, what I'm navigating is that we are growing at a rapid speed in terms of the offers and ways that you can come into my world. A year ago, when I first launched, I only had Expansion Mastermind as being the only way that you can work with me, but that is a very high investment, specifically for our industry. So I have been navigating and refining how I can create offers that support our entire industry to grow their businesses at the level that they feel comfortable growing their businesses at. So although I build multi-six-figure and seven-figure business strategies, I have seen that there is a need in our industry for women to step into growing their businesses from a very foundational point of view. And so I have created programs and challenges and experiences and masterclasses that help you to do such a range of business education, depending on where you are at now, where you feel comfortable to invest into, and where the fuck you are going. Like everything that I do, I'm intentional and highly strategic, but everything is based around my client experience. Everything. So when I'm showing up in my mastermind, when I'm working with private clients, when I'm getting to know my community, I'm seeing what the needs are, where the gaps are, and what people need support with. I'm also reading between the lines. So what I'm navigating is trying to understand the things that are not being said. What are the actual challenges that you are having right now that you actually immediately need support with? What would help you build self-trust in yourself so that you can lean into your vision without fear? How can I help you to navigate that too? How can I help you to break through your own fears and doubts and insecurities so that you can lean fully into your vision, so that you can tap into your power, so that you can stop playing small too? It's not surprising for me that when I'm working with clients and when I'm getting to know my community, I only see your potential. I'm not limited by your fear and doubt. So when women share their vision with me, what I'm actually navigating is learning to detach from their outcome. Because as a mentor, no matter how you work with me, whether it's listening to a podcast, whether it's in my Bridal Beauty Bosses community, whether it's in a challenge or a masterclass, or whether it's in my six-figure empire program, or whether it's in my mastermind, or whether you're a private client, I have been up until this point so connected to each and every one of you achieving what you desire. Because I know it's possible. Because I know you can do it. Because there's no difference between us. And because I'm not limited by your fear and doubt. And you are. So when you come into my world and you share your vision, I only see you succeeding. I only see you achieving. I only see you having. Because I see where you are now and where you want to be, and I build out the roadmap. This is the clarity, this is the vision, this is the direction. This is why my clients achieve the results. But what I am navigating is learning to detach from that. Because this feels really vulnerable to share. But for every one of my gorgeous community who I have jumped on a business audit with, some of you may think it's a sales call. Some of you might genuinely experience it for what it is. But I get overwhelmed with excitement when I have a business audit with you. Because for me, it's a conversation, a really expansive conversation around what's possible for you and for what you want to achieve. So when I am connecting with you in this conversation and I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm seeing between the lines, I know where you are and where you want to be, but I don't share your fears and doubts. I get so intimately connected with you achieving the success. I get so intimately connected with what is potential and possible for you because that's what I see. Because I see that for you and I see that for me, and there's no difference. So when fear and doubt show up for you and it holds you back, it actually kills me. It actually kills me more than I ever anticipated. Because for me, when I'm connected to your vision and you achieving it, I see what it ripples out beyond. I see what it feels like for you to wake up with that life. I see what it feels like for your kids when they're experiencing these lifestyle changes and what it means for them as they grow. For me, it's not about the investment, but that is what your fear is about. For me, it's about you achieving. For me, it's about you creating. For me, it's about you tapping into your potential and how that ripples out beyond. So when I'm on a connection call, or when I'm in a business audit with you, or when I'm talking with you in my DMs, what I'm really navigating in my mentoring business right now is to detach. Because it's really hard for me, and this is what I'm learning, is to hold your potential without expectation. Because it's your journey and it's your fear and doubt. And I don't share that. I share your vision. I share the strategy. I share the results. Where you are now doesn't matter, because where you are now is insignificant, because where you will be is the goal. But what I find really hard to navigate as a mentor, as a coach, as an educator, as a visionary who is so fucking heart-centered, is your fear and doubt that holds you back. And so for me, it's really hard to pull back and disconnect and not attach to that vision that you hold for yourself, the vision that I hold for you. So the other thing that I'm navigating in business right now is that my husband and I are actually in the process of creating our third business. Now, you might have heard me talk about the glass ceiling. When we are trading time for money, we have a job. When we are not profitable, we're chasing money. And when we're chasing money and we're trading time for money, we lose time. We lose freedom. And when we lose time and freedom, we lose the vision, the purpose. Like, why did you start your business in the first place? So what I'm currently navigating right now is how can I rapidly grow all three businesses without me? Elegant Edge will be rebranding with complete systems and a team which it's already doing on its own. If I do not have a bride booked in, then I do not need to work inside of Elegant Edge. That is a business. It works without me. When I'm showing up for my mentoring clients, I am self-employed. The business does not work without me. So when I look into the future, there will come a day where the Kailah Lee brand, my mastermind, my programs will no longer exist if I'm not delivering it. If I'm not reinventing and refining the content and education within it, it will come a time where that no longer exists if I am to deliver it. And it's been very important to me, based on everything I know about who I am, that the way that my mind works is my greatest asset, especially for my clients, especially for my private clients, especially for my mastermind clients. So I've realized that if there is a world where I myself am going to access wealth and freedom, then I need an exit strategy. So what I'm navigating with my husband is a third business that will offer that for us, that will shift everything for our family. And so I am so excited because what we're navigating behind the scenes is truly generating wealth that doesn't need us. This is where I am bringing the revenue from my businesses and I am using that money to gain more growth and revenue for another business where my money works for me. This is how we are navigating the future of our family and generations to come. This is how we are navigating my husband and my kids not feeling like they have to work and slog it out to work stupid hours because the man must provide for the family. This is how we are breaking through what history has told us. We are being intentional and highly strategic with our wealth. You will not find me buying clothes every single week because I am choosing differently. You will not find us buying a new car every single year or 2 years because I am choosing differently for my family. Wealth, money. Money is where you have a job and wealth is where you have freedom. I am choosing wealth every single time. It's not a hard decision for me. So our third business that is going to be, it's like actually happening right now as we speak. What we are navigating is breaking through our own struggles in our relationship when it comes to independence and when it comes to conversations around money. We are breaking through our own limitations of what we thought was possible. What we thought was possible for our family. We're breaking through that. And I'm not going to lie, it's been a journey, and I'm not going to lie that leaning on other people is really fucking hard for me, and yet it might seem really simple for other people, but it's actually one of my greatest challenges. This is what we are navigating as we grow 3 businesses to our first 7 figures in early 2024. We are navigating wealth over money. And this is why it is so important to me and my movement, and the reason why I show up for my mentoring clients, the reason why I show up and create opportunities for my own team in my Elegant Edge brand is because I want them to access that. I don't do leadership and teams the same as everybody else in our industry. Hello, did you hear me? I said if everybody's going that way, I'm going that way. I am deeply leaning into what my team needs, what my team's vision is, what my team's goals are, and how can I support them. And FYI, that support might even mean that they move on from Elegant Edge, and I'm okay with that. What I have had to learn over the years of having a team inside of Elegant Edge has been the greatest lessons through potential mistakes that has enabled me to get to this space. I am so ready to break through how history has told us things should be, to build businesses that create wealth and freedom, to build businesses that offer luxury client experiences that make you stand the fuck out, that are the reason why people choose you, to build systems and automations that fucking give you time back so that you can work in your business but not slave away to your business, so you can have money and freedom too. wealth and freedom too. This is exactly what I help you to do inside of Expansion Mastermind. We create luxury brands and client experiences that make you stand the fuck out. We 2x your revenue and get you back 10 hours of your time with streamlined automated systems. Systems that are unique AF to you. Systems that automate and upsell and cross-sell your other experiences, products, and offers. Systems that generate you more revenue without you. Systems that make your business work without you. Systems that mean you don't have to have an enormous team to fucking create a revenue. Systems that will get you 10 hours back of your time with your family. We build and lead high-performing teams and empires. We build and lead high-performing teams and empires with an absolute fucking vision that is bigger, that offers incredible opportunities to your team. It's not about you, it's about us. We create, market, and launch sell-out programs, educations, and events that diversifies your business model. Scalable, sustainable businesses that build wealth and create freedom, not money and not a job. For the month of October, I'm doing something fucking insane. You might have heard of it, but there are 3 powerhouse women who will get access to the most incredible bonuses ever. Those 3 women will get access to 4 one-on-one strategy calls worth $2,000, 2 months of one-on-one daily Telegram support worth $2,000. FYI, this is where we create a logical growth one-on-one. Lifetime access to my signature 6-figure empire program to rapidly grow your business and gain more visibility and get more clients ASAP to then have a fully booked team. This is worth $1,111 and it will be going up to $2,222 in January. That is $5,000 of bonuses for 3 incredible powerhouses ready to take the next move. This ends on the 31st of October. Now, if you are new to my world, Expansion Mastermind is one powerhouse fucking mastermind experience, and it is 12-month commitment, which means that you get 12 months of access to weekly Q&As, daily community support, and 12 months access to quarterly retreats to rapidly grow your business. You get lifetime access to the core curriculum. That includes every single fucking future update. And FYI, this is unheard of in the coaching industry. And you also get an all-access pass to every single masterclass, every single program, every single challenge, every single micromind that I run in the 12 months together. If you are ready to take action, if you are ready to lean into navigating your own fears and doubts, navigating your own growth, but with somebody who's doing it with you, with a mastermind, like-minded women who are taking bold and making bold moves in business every single day, there is nothing like being in the room. There is nothing like having conversations to calibrate to with women who are doing the same thing, with women who are connected to their vision, their purpose, their mission, and why the fuck they started their business in the first place. Wealth and freedom. We make big business moves in expansion, even when there's fear, even when there's doubt, even when you're questioning if it's all going to work out. That's where I am. It's the power of being in the room with proximity to women who are taking big, bold action every single day. If you would like to know more about expansion, send me a DM on Instagram, or you are welcome to book in for a business audit. I promise that I will not get attached to your outcome. This is not a sales call. This is a conversation for us to expand your potential, for you to tap into what you desire to create. If nothing else happens from that call, if the one thing that you experience is clarity and a spark in your fucking heart, then my job is done. I look forward to connecting with you.